Hi, Chuck Hawley from West Marine, and I'm talking with Jim Anderson from Harken. Harken's introduced a new series of winches, but first, let's talk about the radial winches that you introduced a couple of years ago. How were those winches superior to other winches on the market?
We started from a blank sheet of paper in developing and designing the new radial winch. We used all new technology in terms of the materials used. We were using an aluminum housing and composite bearings, where in the past the standard for the last 30 years has been cast bronze and stainless steel bearings.
Now, these winches actually require less maintenance because of the lack of the mixed materials?
That's correct. Less dissimilar materials, and the composite bearings themselves require no lubrication, so the maintenance is basically just keeping them clean. Okay,
so now that you have a new Performa line of winches, who are these intended for?
These are intended for the racer, the club racer, regional or national racer, who's looking for a different winch grip surface, primarily due to the kinds of cordage or line that's being used on winches on the higher end production race boats that are being sailed today. Small diameter, stiff cover, high tensile strength core. Those types of lines require a different winch grip surface.
Okay, so show us, these come apart really easily, so you can break them down for maintenance or just inspection. Can you break this winch down for us?
Sure. First, what we do is we remove the center stem screw, loosen it from the center stem, take out the cap. We can remove the self-tailing arm here, take the drum off, and here are the composite bearings that are held captive, but with very little force. Pull them out, make sure they're nice and clean, and go on cleaning up any grease that might have contaminants or dirt in them, and reapplying grease to the gears, and no lubrication necessary on the roller bearings.
I understand that Performa winches also have an additional bearing that isn't present in the radial winches?
That's correct. With the use of the higher tech lines and minimal wraps on the winch, and the control that racers get from having very few wraps on the winch, that puts an added load on the drum right where the line leads into the drum. So on the Performa winch, what we've done is we've put a row of thrust ball bearings inside the drum to help in the longevity of that winch, due to the inherent, I don't want to say abuses that the racers put on the winch, but the challenges that they're asking us to come up with.
So this doesn't look like it has almost any bronze in it. Is this a lighter winch than a conventional winch?
It is. On this size winch, with only the primary gear here being a bronze gear, we've cut out the cast bronze center structure and the stainless steel bearings, and this size winch we've reduced the weight approximately 20%. Up in our larger winches, size 50 and higher, we have as much as 40% weight savings over the conventional winches of the last 20-30 years.
Wow, so some really exciting winch technology for the high-end racer, really showing some innovation. If you want to cut some weight, cut some friction, and have something that works on your high-tech lines, you might consider this new Harken winch, the Performa series, available from westmarine.com and of course at any of our 300 stores around the country.